from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hello, friends and family. Good morning to you and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. And it is a beautiful Thursday morning. I'm getting my technology working here because I'm here by myself again. So I think we got it. We're rolling. We're active. You probably saw me messing around with stuff trying to get the show going. And, that's just the joys of live streaming, live TV, whatever you want to call it. This isn't TV anymore, but live internet, just things happen. So here on my own, so, we're just going to make it work and have a good time doing it. We've got the chat going on already this morning. Instrumentalist is here. Good morning. Mom and Peyton are here. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Okay, so it's a beautiful Thursday morning. It's sunny outside, I think, and it's supposed to be nice and warm today. I know my folks out in California are dealing with temperatures in the hundreds already. 105, I think Dad said it was going to be today, so sorry guys, but it's a dry heat, right? Yeah, absolutely. Dry heat. Well, we got wet heat out here, and that's no better, so anyway, so what are we doing? Who am I? Why are we here? I am Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center, and I am here every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Time in the U.S. to share the internet's coolest instruments with you. And these are instruments that are available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. Today, I've got some instruments maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't. I've got a flugelhorn, I've got a saxophone, I've got a trombone, so I'm kind of mixing it up all over the place. Peyton says swamp heat. Yeah, swamp heat is exactly right. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here and supporting my brother. So yeah, primarily here to show you just some really cool instruments. Uncle Ken is here. Haven't seen you on the show in a while, Uncle Ken. Good to see you. Good morning. Love you, brother. Thank you for the shout out on the purple shirt. We'll talk about that in a minute. So I share the cool instruments with you, and like I said, you can buy them. I would be happy if you did. But I also share a lot of fun things, music that I'm interested in that I would think you might be interested in. But even if you're not, I've created a Spotify playlist for you all. It's called Wake Up with Greg. It's a public playlist. You can access it and has all of the music that I recommended on this show to date. So we're getting close to almost 80 songs on there. Actually, there might be because I've added a couple extras. We're on episode 77 today, 78? Gosh, I don't know. We're up there, 78, I think. Yeah, 78, I think. So tomorrow's 79, Monday will be 80. So yeah, we're here to just have some fun. We got the live chat going on. So this show is a heck of a lot more fun when you guys participate. And I can give you a shout out. We can talk. You can ask your questions, leave your comments. A couple things that I ask. First of all, be polite, be appropriate, be nice. This is a public family show, so let's keep it appropriate for the kiddos. Anybody watching, and then let's keep on topic if we can. I don't know, but I don't want to discourage anything by all means. Talk about whatever you want to talk about, but. If we're talking about what's actually happening on the show, it's easier for me. So, so we can do whatever works, but I'm just happy you're here. And we're going to have some fun today. Instrumentalists have been wanting to buy a trombone. Well, maybe you should. I've got some awesome trombones available for you. Not just the one I'm showing today, but I've got dozens of others. So lots of really cool trombones by Yamaha and Bach and Edwards and Adams and Butler and Getzen and I don't think I've got any Shires left, but we've got them all. So come and check out the website and you can take a trombone home today. All right, here's what I need you guys to do for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, share this with all your friends, family, relatives, and so on, so we can get the word out. We're in the 1350s now, making great progress on the subscriptions. I really appreciate that. Helps us to provide, my mouth is not working today, more and better content for you. And as one big reminder, we will be starting a half hour early tomorrow. We've got a special live show in front of a live studio audience tomorrow as well. So that's going to be fun for our vision retreat for our company. And so set your alarms, set your clocks, because we're going to be here a half hour earlier. So if you come on at the regular time at 8:30, you'll probably miss it because we'll probably be done by then. So 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Central Time, US time, and catch out the cool, fun show we're going to do tomorrow. In the meantime, we've got today's show to get through. So we might as well just get started on that, right? I already said all the like, comment, subscribe, share, and bells, all those good things. So yeah, thank you for doing that, and thank you for being here. Let's get this party started, shall we? I don't have Jordan to say good morning to, so I'm just going to send it out into the ether. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
Oh, wow. Maybe he heard me from across the planet. He's working on the vision retreat, but I think he might actually be in the building. So anyway, but we can do this without him, right? Maybe not. We're going to make it work anyway. All right, one more sip of my delicious Hawaiian coffee provided by my dear mother-in-law, Ma Penny. Thank you so much. We got to get that Wake Up with Greg coffee blend going so I can share my coffee with you guys. Get some merch going for this show, right? Maybe for our 100th episode. Maybe we'll have something. I don't know. All right, so before we dig into all the other stuff, we usually talk about my shirt and watch, so we'll do that. Very understated today in a solid color. Don't usually do solid colors anymore, but I kind of like this one because it's solid purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors. Certainly my wife's signature color. She'd probably wear purple every day if you let her. But this is a Daniel Cremieux, one of my favorite designers that I've talked about a million times on this show by now. So what do they call this? A camp style shirt, you know, whatever, like the Hawaiian shirts, but this has no Hawaiian print on it. It does have a bit of a textural thing to it. I don't think it'll pick up on the camera, even if I get close to it. So, but anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's very comfy. Daniel Cremieux in solid purple. How about that? Then my watch today, I'm just going to take it off because every time I try to show it to you, it's upside down. So we'll take that off and show you. This is my Titanic watch. Found this at an antique store a few months back, maybe a year ago or so, and I have not yet been able to determine a maker, a brand, any history on this whatsoever. But it's really cool because it's got the Titanic on there, and you know I'm a big Titanic fan. But it's also got markers on the dial that show the time that the Titanic sank, which is kind of cool. So anyway, kind of a leather lizard skin band, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's $15 at an antique store. Couldn't pass it up. All right, so let me put this thing back on. So that is the shirt and the watch for today. We'll probably have something fancy for tomorrow's show. I don't know, maybe not. We'll probably be plain Jane tomorrow. We'll leave it up to the elements to decide. What are we going to wear tomorrow? All right, well, let's get into this, shall we? Let's dig into our first instrument of the day. Get my fancy gloves on. Like I said, these are about done. Got to get some fresh ones out for next week and throw these in the wash or whatever. I got about 1 million pairs of these. All right, so we have an Adams flugelhorn. You've probably seen this on the show before, maybe or maybe not. But one of the top flugelhorns in the world, made by Adams. They're a company based out of the Netherlands, way over there on the other side of the country. Any of my viewers from the Netherlands out there today? We've had some before. Would love to know if you're still out there. Any of my Swedish folks, any of my Norwegian folks, anybody, I got Nigerian folks and Puerto Rican. We got them everywhere. We've got Russians and Germans and all the colors of the world all on my show. Can you believe it? That's pretty cool. All right, so here we have one of the most beautiful horns ever made in the entire history of the world. This is the Adams F1 flugelhorn, and just look at that. She's a beaut, Clark. So, not really any fancy adornments or engraving on there. I'll show you the Adams logo, if you can even see that. With the satin finish, it's kind of hard to see. It doesn't really even pick up on the screen, best I can tell. But what do we have here? We've got a medium large bore flugelhorn with a 6.5-inch bell. The bell is really amazing. We've got a red brass bell, so you can see the differences in color. So if I can get that up on there, you can see All of the valve work and the main tuning slides and all of that are in yellow brass and nickel silver, okay? But then the bell, which starts here, you get the full curve of the bell. I'll turn it around so you can see the full curve, is in red brass, okay? So all hand-formed, hand-hammered, one-piece bell. But then you get to the end of the bell and you've got this nickel silver part here, which is just the flare. Fused at the seam here, I mean, you can call it seamless, you can visually see the seam, but it has been, fused is not the word. I'll have to remember what the word is. You guys out there that do metal work, let me know when they join these two sections of the bell. Anyway, so we've got a nickel silver flare, which gives you a little added punch. You get the really nice dark warmth of the red brass that you would normally have in a flugelhorn that gives you just really rich tones, but then you get just a bit of added kind of punch projection with the nickel silver flare on there. So really, really cool. Chuck Mangione would be drooling. Yeah, he would, right? Come on now. So this is a I need new adjectives, guys. Help me out. It's scrumtrilescent, right? It is I'm just at a loss for words. It's so beautiful. Okay, so this is the Adams F1 flugelhorn. We have the trigger on the third slide, which is common on a flugelhorn. Brass players, help me out. What's super special about that third slide trigger? I know on a trumpet you have a third slide ring to kind of slide the slides in and out. So maybe just because of the positioning of the slide, I don't know. Anyway, we've got metal caps on the top there for the finger buttons. Very just simple, clean lines, clean finish, beautiful satin lacquer finish. And guys, this is just one of the best looking and best sounding horns I've ever had the pleasure of working with and holding in my tiny little hands here. White gloved hands. So check this one out, guys. Get it on our website right now, palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. I've got 3 of these in stock, so I can send 3 of them out into the world, and there are some flugelhorn players out there that need this horn. All right, so there it is, the Adams F1. Come and get it. It is flugeltastic. Flugeltastic, I'll work with that. It's a good one. All right, I'm not gonna try to mess with all the bags and everything. We can do that later. This is a live show. I'm working it out all on my own here, so we'll just see what happens. Set that down over there, out of the way. All right, so that's horn number 1. We will dig into horn number 2 here in a moment. What I normally do at this time is share some music with you after drinking some coffee. Now, I've shared this record on the show before, but only in as much as to show that this was something that I was involved in high school. I got to be in this musical in high school, one of my all-time favorites, and it was one of the highlights of my high school career. And you know, it's just a lot of fun. The musical is, let me show you, Bye Bye Birdie. Now this is the soundtrack from the film version, which starred Anne Margaret and Dick Van Dyke and a few others. Was it Bobby Rydell? No. Yeah, Bobby Rydell, Ed Sullivan, Janet Leigh, so on and so on. Maureen Stapleton. I think Paul Lynde was in this as well. But I want to share the song from this musical. It is maybe the theme song, if you will. Gray Skies Are Gonna Clear Up. And I don't really know why I feel in the mood for that song today. You know, it's been kind of a cloudy, moody week so far, and you know, there's been a lot going on around here that has, you know, I don't like change too much, so I don't deal with it well, but I'm dealing with it. But this song is a great song. For me, I need to listen to this song today to kind of kick my spirits up a little bit. But Gray Skies Are Gonna Clear Up. Why did I say the song is called Gray Skies Are Gonna Clear Up? That's not the name of the song. The song is called Put On a Happy Face. Put on a happy face. That's what you need. Yeah, instrumentals, Tornadoes. Yeah, Tornadoes are doing it. So yeah, put on a happy face. Gray skies are going to clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You'll look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. I can go on and sing the whole song for you. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to embarrass myself or you. So here we have it. The album from the movie version of the famous Broadway musical Bye Bye Birdie. The song is Put on a Happy Face, as sung by Dick Van Dyke. On this, I will add it to the Spotify playlist right now. Well, I'll do it later. But it'll be on there because, my phone's right there, so I can't do anything with my phone at the moment. So that's my musical choice for the day. Let me know. Anybody out there involved in musical theater at all? Have you been in plays in high school or college or community theater or anything like that? I'd love to know because it's something I love. We used to have this theater. I don't know if it's still going. My Bakersfield folks would have to tell me. We had the, what did they call it? The theater out there, my mind is gone. Anyway, it was a fun, kind of a public theater. Lots of comedic musicals and different things. Why am I just totally blanking on it? Anyway, we'll get it figured out. Anybody out there can remember? My wife and I won a Halloween costume contest at that theater one year. Let's get into the other saxophone. I'm just rambling and not making any sense. So let's hit another instrument here. We'll get my brain on track in a moment. This next instrument up for grabs is an Eastman 52nd Street alto saxophone, professional grade alto saxophone. One of the top horns on the market right now, played by a lot of professionals. Eastman has really kind of kicked it up several notches. I know Bob Mincer is probably their biggest name. He's got his own signature model studio, why is my mouth not working and my brain? 52nd Street, good grief. Okay, so I'm just gonna shut up and start talking about the horn specifically. 52nd Street, this is in a raw vintage brass finish. It had been given an antique patina, so it looks like a vintage horn, feels like a vintage horn, has a great look to it. Beautiful black mother of pearl key touches, which are just a really rich looking feature decoration on the horn. You have, and man, it is really hard to see, even in person and up close, the 52nd Street engraving, which is really cool, but it's very like thin and delicate, I guess, for lack of a better word, which would be surprising on a horn called 52nd Street. But kind of a traditional dual point bell to body brace there. We do have the detachable bell. We've got the high F sharp, the front F, the adjustable thumb hook, everything that you want, all of the fine tuning adjustments throughout the horn. Big bell, not extended, but a bigger bore horn. So you got a big, powerful horn. Fred is looking at a solar eclipse. We had a solar eclipse, a month or two ago. It was a lot of fun. So this is the Eastman 52nd Street Professional Alto Sax live on our website right now. Let me know what you think. Do you like the looks of it? Do you hate it? Do you want one? I would be happy to send it to you. I've got a tenor version of this in stock as well. And these are on super, super special pricing as well. So, man, get them while it's hot. You can't get it for a cheaper price anywhere in the world, I would imagine. So that is the alto sax. Eastman 52nd Street, live on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. Here is the neck. They call this the S neck. Right there, you can see the S. Again, we've got the Andreas Eastman logo on the octave mechanism. We've got a hard rubber mouthpiece that comes with that. All pro grade stuff here. Comes with a few accessories. Let me show you this case. I've talked about this case before. It's the kind of case that you can wear as a backpack But man, the way they've designed it, it's like a built-in massage therapy chair, you know? If it only had like battery powered or something, or USB powered, and you can turn this on and it would vibrate against your back and give you a massage while you're walking around town in your saxophone. There's some little compartment up there. Maybe that is a battery compartment. Who knows? No idea. I'll have to dig into that and let you know. But really cool case, a lot of accessory storage in there. So this is the Eastman 52nd Street alto saxophone. Come and get it right now. Roger Sigmund, Hertz Values, low note. Okay, not sure what we're going with there, but thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you. All right, so this is the next segment of the show where I share something cool. And this is something, just a personal thing for sure, that I wanted to share with you. Matthew Doyle's on the show. Can you play Rush E? I can't play anything by Rush. They are way too good. But as you know, I'm a reader. My wife has made me a reader. And I have really been enjoying it. I read all kinds of things. But I wanted to just share one of my favorite authors with you. I've probably talked about this author before, the legendary Kurt Vonnegut Jr. The first book of his I ever read was Slaughterhouse-Five. Many of you have probably heard of this book, and if you haven't, you should. It is an American classic. I read this in high school and had to do a report on it, and then just fell in love with the author. He's a satirist, he's a humorist, he is an intellectual, and he's just so much fun. He's oftentimes, pigeonholed into science fiction, which there are elements of that in his writing, but it's really more satire and humor, which is just stuff that I absolutely love. So, instrumentalist says, I can play my trumpet and cello. Well, you should. That would be awesome. So the first book outside of the one that I was assigned as a book report that I chose to read was Galapagos by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. And this is a really funny book, but really cool. It talks about, the big-brained people and all that. Super fun. But then in addition to that, there are books about, just his writings and different quotes and phrases and short stories and speeches and articles that he's written. This one is called Kurt Vonnegut, God Bless You, Dr. Kevorkian, and then with a foreword by Neil Gaiman, one of my other favorite authors. And then Kurt Vonnegut, Armageddon in Retrospect. His son, Mark Vonnegut, this came out after Kurt passed, I think. And again, is a collection of short stories and essays and different things that are just fun. I wanted to share a couple things of Kurt's. This is a letter that he wrote. Well, there was a teacher that assigned her class a project of writing letters to famous authors or whatever, and they wrote letters to Kurt Vonnegut, and he responded, of all things. And this is what he said to this class. I don't know, are they fifth graders, seventh grade, somewhere, I don't know what their age is, but here's what Kurt Vonnegut said, and I think this is really important for all of us to hear, so listen carefully as I read this. He says, I thank you for your friendly letters. You sure know how to cheer up a really old geezer in his sunset years. He was 84 at the time he wrote this. I don't make public appearances anymore because I now resemble nothing so much as an iguana. What I had to say to you, moreover, would not take long, to wit, practice any art, music, singing, dancing, acting, drawing, painting, sculpting, poetry, fiction, essays, reportage, no matter how well or badly. Not to get money and fame, not to get money and fame, but to experience becoming, to find out what's inside you, to make your soul grow. Seriously, I mean, starting right now, do art and do it for the rest of your lives. Draw funny or nice pictures of your teacher and give it to her. Dance home after school and sing in the shower and on and on. Make a face in your mashed potatoes. Pretend you're Count Dracula. Here's an assignment for tonight, and I hope your teacher will flunk you if you don't do it. Write a 6-line poem. And then I can encourage you guys to do this too. Write a 6-line poem about anything but rhymed. No fair tennis without a net. Make it as good as you possibly can, but don't let anybody, don't tell anybody what you're doing. Don't show it to or recite it to anybody, not even your girlfriend or parents or whatever, or your teacher, okay? Tear it up into tiny, teeny weeny pieces and discard them into widely separated trash receptacles. You will find that you have already been gloriously rewarded for your poem. You have experienced becoming, learned a lot more about what's inside you, and you have made your soul grow. God bless you all. Wisdom from Kurt Vonnegut. Get out there and create some art. Whatever kind of art it is. Write it, read it, draw it, color it, sculpt it, whatever it may be. Art is important, folks, and that's what we're here to do. We're to share art with the world. So that's my little snippet about my favorite author, Kurt Vonnegut Jr. Check out his books. He's got a million of them. Play Your Piano, Breakfast of Champions, Welcome to the Monkey House. So the list goes on and on and on. So there you go. Jailbird is another one. That's my bit about Kurt Vonnegut, my something cool. I won't bore you anymore with that. Let's dig into the final instrument of the day, shall we? Yes, we shall. My throat is dry. I do not know that German band. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but let me grab this other horn here. If you saw that flying by, you could probably tell that I have a trombone for you. Of course, you could probably also tell that because I said it earlier in the show. All right, so let's see what we have here. Let's get the gloves back on one more time and share with you a very cool Yamaha trombone. This is a Yamaha Xeno, custom Xeno. This is the YSL 897Z, so the custom Z. Professional, let's call this a jazz trombone, small bore, pea shooter, if you will. But there it is. To be honest, not much to look at because it's a trombone. There's just not a lot going on there. But this is a professional grade jazz trombone or lead horn for, you know, concert symphonic work, whatever. There's the logo, nothing fancy there, no other fancy engraving at all. We've got a one-piece hand-hammered solid yellow brass bell, yellow brass tuning slide with a brass counterweight on the end there, nickel silver appointments holding it all together. This is a dual bore trombone. It's a 484/490 dual bore because it comes with two interchangeable lead pipes. You get the Z1 and the Z2 lead pipes, and then you've got the 7.5-inch bell. So a little teeny tiny bell, you know, and that's why they call them pea shooters, because they just shoot you right in the face. All right, so then the slide, we have a all yellow brass outer slide, chromed nickel silver inner slide. If I can get the slide lock off, there we go. Smooth, super light action. And this is a lightweight horn. It's designed to be lightweight and easy to handle. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Okay, I can do it. So we have the interchangeable lead pipe here. So we have the Z1 and the Z2 lead pipe. And what those do for you is they allow you to change the resistance on the horn, the feel of, you know, getting that kind of back pressure when you're blowing there, if you like it a little bit more smooth or a little bit more, I didn't finish telling you all the specs, a little bit more free-flowing, free-blowing. It's all in just a personal preference. The slide crook at the bottom is a nickel silver, what we call a C-shaped slide, or C-shaped crook. My mouth is just not working today. And then all the nickel silver appointments up and on there. So that is the, you know, let me show you the other. The slides have a different, or the lead pipes have a different length. The one I pulled out was a little bit shorter. Here's the other one that's kind of wrapped up. You can't really see it, but it's a longer slide. So all of that's going to change your resistance and feel. And here I am sticking to the Velcro again. One more time with the bell section so you can see it all. This is the Yamaha YSL 897Z Custom Z Xeno Professional Trombone. Available here at PalinMusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. Very cool case. You've got this dark black case with a Nice light blue accent stitching all along with the satin finish on the nickel hardware. Really cool case. Absolutely love it. So that's the Yamaha YSL 897Z. Come and get it on our website, paleymusic.com, or by giving me a call, 417-882-7006. Reminder to hit the like, the comment, the subscribe, all of that good stuff. And then another reminder that tomorrow's show will be at 8 a.m. Central Time instead of 8:30. So be sure to check that out and set your alarms so that you can see the show. So now we're kind of at the end here of where we finish and wrap things up for the day. I usually share some wisdom and quote with you. I shared a long one from Kurt Vonnegut Jr. And what the heck, let's finish it out with one too, because he does have a quote about music as well. I've shared this on a previous episode, but it was way, way, way early, I think in probably week 1 or week 2. So if you haven't been around since that long, you're gonna hear it for the first time. Why don't instrumental teachers teach about the instrument itself like you do? I don't know why they don't do that. Some of them do, the ones that really know what they're doing do, but there are some that just, throw the kids the instrument, put them in their hands and say, go, I don't know. So there it is. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Kurt Vonnegut Jr., Kurt Vonnegut says this about music. And keep in mind, this was something he said before he passed. He's now no longer with us. So I'd be curious to know if this is on his, or if this was said as an epitaph at his funeral, or is on his tombstone somewhere. I don't know. But here's what it says. If I should ever die, God forbid, let this be my epitaph. The only proof he needed for the existence of God was music. I'm a firm believer that God gave us music. I'll just lay that one out there right now. I said we don't talk about religion or politics on this show, but it couldn't have come from anywhere else, right? So definitely a gift. The only proof he needed for the existence of God was music. So there you go. That's my quote for the day. That's my show, everyone. The 3 cool instruments, we had the Adams F1 flugelhorn, we had the Eastman 52nd Street alto sax, and then finally the Yamaha YSL 897Z jazz trombone, custom Z. All right, let me leave you with this thought, folks, before we go. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.